we are. Football world has been waiting for this World Cup. People, look at this, right? There has been nothing going on World Cup wise, football wise, a matter of fact, for the past what? Not much. I mean, things been going on football wise for other people and so forth. But Arsenal related, football wise, not much been going on, honestly speaking. And then boom, just like that. Just like that. Football has come alive. That is it. That is it. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. Big up skills. Big up your damn self skills. What's going on? What's going on? We're right here. We have plenty to go into today. You know what I mean? Well, the Pelican story has been hitting the rounds as you guys been seeing the videos of that have been putting out. You know what I mean? That telling you that hey, guess what? Arsenal have been making some little noise in some very decent areas. Transfer window wise, Arsenal has been knocking on some doors as far as the reports are concerned. You know what I mean? We've been making some inquiries about some special players. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I know we all ain't gonna see eye to eye or we all ain't gonna agree on these players to say, okay, guess what? Yeah, we need these players. Yes, we should have these players and all of that. You know what I mean? We have to disagree. We have to agree to disagree. That's just how the football world works. As far as when it comes down to transfer, you know what I mean? We ain't always going to see eye to eye. We ain't always going to agree on the same transfer. Transfer window is what it is. Transfer window is mostly for the fans, you know. The fans debate, you know what I mean? Who like this player more, who like that player more, you know. Those are some of the situations that are going to be going on as far as transfer is concerned. It's a fun field day. You know what I mean? It's a fun field day. Guys, remember, please to like the chat. As soon as you jump in the chat, just hit that like button, man. Hit that like button so the love can continue. YouTube says help. It helps a lot to advertise the page, to push the page, to push the live, you know? So just hit the like button as soon as y'all jump in on the chat and let's do the damn thing. So yes, 22 years I've been waiting for a day like this, you know. 22 years I've been waiting for moments like this. When I say moments like this, I mean real moments like this. We've been waiting 22 years to see the day that we could be linked. I mean, like, it's just a link. But I mean, we could be linked to players like Vini Jr. You understand what I'm saying? 22 years. It's been a long, long time coming that Arsenal can stand up in the same room with the likes of Real Madrid and say, hey, guess what? What's going on with that player over there? That star player that y'all have. What's going on with him? Can we have a conversation? You know what I'm saying? Can we have a conversation about that player that you have over there? You know what I mean? Standing up against Real Madrid, for the past 22 years, Arsenal was like some baby giants. Some baby. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation. Standing up beside Real Madrid was like that situation for Arsenal. Even last year Arsenal wanted a out and out winger, and the links was linked to the winger that they value the least, which was Rodrigo, which wasn't getting much play time. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting much play time and stuff like that. And those were what we were linked to. You know what I mean? The second best. The ones that okay, guess what? We don't want him, so yeah, y'all can see what's going on with him. Those were the situation with Arsenal for the past 22 years. Fast forward, people. Arsenal are now Premier League champions, champions of England. And it's not the same situation. People can no longer look down on us to say, oh, guess what? This player ain't gonna go there, this player ain't gonna wanna go there. No, the conversation is a different conversation. People are opening or looking to the whole situation. People, they're gonna listen to what Arsenal have to say. They have to give a listening ears now to what Arsenal have to say. Arsenal are back to where they belong, being a giant among football. And it is beautiful. It is fantastic. It is lovely. I'm feeling happy. Like the chat, people. Remember, people, to like the chat. Like the chat. If you just join the stream, like the chat now. Like the chat. Help us to push this. Help us to make the channel great. Help us to make the channel better. You know what I mean? Don't just sit there, man, and just look at me talking and, you know what I mean? Show some love. You understand? Just show some love. You know what I mean? Hit that like button for me, people. Hit that like button. So, transfer rumors are going around. Vinny Jr., Arsenal, Mikel Arteta has asked the hierarchies to inquire, right? It's not anything concrete. You know what I mean? They've asked the hierarchies to, Mikel Arteta has personally asked the hierarchies to inquire about the availability of Vinny Jr. And I must say that even if we're not going to buy Vinny Jr., even if it's a situation that we're not going to buy Vinny Jr., I'm still happy and delighted that Arsenal is is confident enough, way confident enough to say, hey, guess what? Y'all poking around and trying to inquire about cauliflower, right? Let us know what is the situation and Vinny Jr. over there. Let us know if we can have a conversation about Vinny Jr. over there. And remember, Vinny Jr. is Real Madrid, one of Real Madrid's star player. He's one of Real Madrid's star player. But the fact that Arsenal can have a seat at the table and say, yo, what going on over there with that person? That shows you the statue in which this club has grown over the past couple of years. It's fantastic to see where we are right now from where we have been in the past. It is fantastic to see that. I don't know what's going to be the situation with that. I don't even know what the answer going to be as far as um, Vinny is concerned. But I'm just happy and delighted that Arsenal can have a seat at the table now where the big shots are congregating. Where the big shots are congregating, that's where Arsenal is sitting down right now. They're no longer in the background waiting for scraps. They're no longer on the floor cleaning up the scraps of the players that the big clubs don't want. They're at the table, sitting down, choosing from the pile of the elites. That's where we are. That's where we're going to stay. Big up everybody in the chat. Big up everybody in the chat. Toxic entered the building. Toxic, how are you? How are you? I know I haven't been live for a second, right? Just about 2 days. Not even that long. Just about 2 days. You know what I mean? But I've been giving y'all some updates. You know what I mean? I've been giving y'all some updates. And I just think that, hey, guess what? It's time for me to come see my people and have some conversation. Because guess what? Also, World Cup starts on Thursday. World Cup starts on Thursday, and um, I have something to do in the morning. Hopefully, I'm back to catch the kickoff of the World Cup, and we will be live right here on Riley's World, people. So y'all don't forget now. You know what I mean? Don't forget. Watch along World Cup. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want to carry a lot of watch along games, but I'm also going to be having my Arsenal hats on, and it's going to be a situation where I'm going to be looking for the teams that Arsenal players are playing on. You know what I mean? And I'll be supporting those teams also. You get me? I'll be supporting those teams also. Toxic say, Riley, I'm working. Thursday, I will try to get out of it to see the first game of the World Cup, but I doubt I'll watch it live. I got you, man. I understand. I'm off that day. Coincidentally, not even, you know what I mean, just coincidentally, I'm off that day, but I have some business to deal with, and hopefully I'll be back in time. I know I'll watch it, but hopefully I'll be back in time to um, be here to do a watch along with that game. You know what I mean? Opening ceremony, at least we're gonna kick off the World Cup like that, and then we're going to choose specific games that we bring or that we watch along. You know what I mean? So the whole community can get involved. You know what I mean? We just want to be just have a good time. You know what I mean? Just have a good time. And that is it. So um as I said, it's a situation where the Arsenal have been scraping off scraps for the past, and now we're sitting at the table where we can ask big top club like Real Madrid about the availability of one of their star player. It's where we can sit at the table and we can ask Atletico Madrid, what's going on with Julian Alvarez? You know what I mean? Even though top players, top clubs are there in the conversation after him. You know what I mean? Even though he have his preference of what top club he wants to go, we can still sit and have the conversation and say, this is our proposal. This is what we have to offer. You know what I mean? What do you say? You know what I'm saying? So so much going on. Um, Another one, and this is a fan favorite for Arsenal because Arsenal fans, we talked about this player last season in the transfer market a lot. He was kind of an unknown then, and he's now more of a breakout star now. You know what I mean? Yildiz, Arsenal inquire about Yildiz to Juventus. Juventus has made it clear that he is not for sale. That's what they say. That's what they say. Juventus is not in Champions League. Juventus is not in the Champions League first and foremost. And the moment you're not in the Champions League, it's very hard for you to hold on to certain type of players. Every player dream is to play in the Champions League. Every player dream is to play for a big club. When a Premier League club like Arsenal come knocking, it's not easy for you to not listen to what Arsenal have to say. Once we knock and the doors open and we start having a conversation, you listen. It has said that Arsenal has moved on because Juventus said that is not for sale. But has they? Is he not actually not for sale? I've never heard of a situation where an inquiry is made and he's not for sale and you just said okay and you walked off. Never heard of that. I think there's gas to this Yildiz conversation. And knowing Arsenal, Arsenal is not loud in whatever they do. They're not a loud club. They don't make a lot of noise in situations. They don't. So knowing Arsenal, there is a conversation going on with Yildiz. Would it be a conversation for now, or would it going to be a conversation after the World Cup? Because there's two things. The World Cup can either make him or break him. And if the World Cup make him, his value is going to shoot sky high. If it doesn't make him, his value remain anyway because they're still not going to use a 1 month tournament to actually judge him totally after what he just did in Syria. He had a 17-goal contribution in Syria. That's a fantastic achievement for a young lad. 21 years old, I think he is, you know, and achievement like that is not going to go unnoticed. And Arsenal is trying to pull him over to North London, over to the home of the Premier League champions. That's what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? We're trying to bolster our squad. We're trying to bulk up our squad because we fall short last season of 3 of the 4 titles that we went for. We went to the Carabao Cup final. We were knocked out of the FA Cup, and we were beaten in the final of the Champions League on penalties. It's it's a situation where we have some issues that we're dealing with, especially injury wise. We've gone through a lot of injuries. We have had some serious problems going into um, some of these games. We went into the Champions League final without our best defender, without our best wing back, right wing back. You understand? And it was a situation where over on that right hand side was where PSG best player was. And it was that same best player that actually won the get them a draw, get them a goal in regular time for them to go ahead and win that game in the penalty shootout. It's a situation where Arsenal, as I mentioned before, are no longer strangers among the big hitters. we're the Premier League champions, and when we come knocking, we expect an answer. It was swept under the rug, but knowing Arsenal and how they do business, Arsenal business is never actually public. All these names that's going around, the Rodgers and all of them and all of them. If I know anything about Arsenal, I guarantee you, those are not players that Arsenal are going to end up signing. It is said that Arsenal are going to have a fantastic transfer window. Not in the terms of buying a lot of players. We've done that last season. So we have the squad. What Arsenal need now is 2 or 3 fantastic players to put this squad where it needs to be. And by saying that, I come to this. And I'm going to keep on mentioning it. We are the Premier League champions. We are the champions of England. And being the champions of England means that we have a target on our back. Being the champions of England means that we are now targeted. Everybody wants to dethrone us. Even the promoted team wanted to dethrone us. That's why they get promoted anyway. You know what I mean? To fight for the title. But the hate against Arsenal is real. It is real, real, real. So it's gonna be a special fight for these other clubs to try to dethrone Arsenal from being Premier League champions. Not only that, it's gonna be a situation now where clubs outside of England, like the Real Madrid and the Barcelonas and those big hitters, are now looking at this Arsenal team and wondering, I reckon who I can take to help to bolster our squad. Real Madrid already have their eyes set on Califlori. That's what I'm talking about. So we have the inside fight, which every club wants to fight and wants to try to dethrone us. And we have the outside fight, which every club out there, every big club out there that can afford to make an inquiry will. My thing is this. We're now a big club. And we need to be no longer a selling club. We cannot just fall short in a Champions League final and sell any of our best players. That's not a big club mentality. We build on what we have. That's what we need to do. That's why when Arsenal make inquiry for the likes of Vini Jr., it excites me. That's why when Arsenal make inquiry for Yildiz, it excites me. Why does it excite me? Because those are some of the best players in the clubs that they're at. Yildiz is one of the best prospects in Juventus team. Everybody know Vini Jr. Vini Jr. is a breath of fresh air in the Real Madrid team when he's playing ball. You know Vini Jr. remind me of? Vini Jr. kind of remind me of Ronaldinho when he's playing ball. I read, I was listening to something the other day, and it said before Pele died and before Diego Maradona died, everybody know Pele and Diego Maradona, right? Two of the best footballers. Well, the first and second place, arguably, the world has ever seen. You know what I mean? Arguably. When they asked Pele before he died, who is the best footballer they see out there right now? Pele mentioned the genius himself, Ronaldinho. They asked him why. He said Ronaldinho just don't play football for himself. It seems Ronaldinho play football for the fans. Ronaldinho remind me of when I was a child and I got let go on the football field and I just go out there and play fantastic. I don't care. You know what I mean? When I was playing with the Dons in where I was flipping balls over their head and putting balls through their legs, you know what I mean? Just having fun with no fear of what they could have done to me for me to try to embarrass them like that. That's what Ronaldinho remind me of. Ronaldinho remind me of a little child. He got a sweet for the first time and just eating it. That's what he represents, something different when he steps onto the field. I don't know about his personal life and what he does outside of that and I don't know nothing about his habits or anything like that. I'm just purely talking about football. When Ronaldinho is playing football, he is transformed. Even the opposition fans are going to be looking forward to what he has to offer because he's going to make the game pure fun and love. When they asked Diego Maradona the same thing, the article said he mentioned the same person, Ronaldinho, because of the love, the passion. Ronaldinho was the one that was carrying football. I totally straight from the point, right? probably, probably did. Yeah, I mean, I even forget why I mentioned that, but nevertheless, big up everybody in the chat. Big up everybody in the chat. I know that y'all know that we're gonna communicate, right? Let me just get over a few of these things that we need to get over with. So the thing is about I was mentioned about selling our best players. We are the Premier League champions, and we're trying to win the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season. Or are we going to do that by weakening our team? Or are we going to do that by selling one of our best assets? Our defense overall is our best assets. Califlori in that defense is a wild card. He's a dream for any team. So I do understand why Real Madrid will want to size up or test Arsenal muscles, see how flexible we are. I understand. Jose Mourinho was a coach of Califlori back in the days. Jose Mourinho seems to want a player that is versatile, left back and wing back. That is fine. But take a head out of Arsenal business. You know what I mean? Because Califlori is not the one. Califlori is not the one. Our strongest position right now, presently, to me, as far as I'm concerned, in Arsenal team right now is that left back position. It's the most competitive position in the team right now. We have two players that you can close your eyes and literally pick. In the mini, mini, mo, catch a puppy by so you can literally pick any one of them and say, okay, you start. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's how strong the left back position is. And we need to leave that like that. We need to strengthen without even selling. I don't think, besides the likes of Gabriel Jesus, okay, yeah, we might can sell Gabriel Martinelli, or Trossard. You get me? No guard. You know what I mean? We're going to sell the players that are not actually contributing a lot so we can strengthen with them. But the defensive unit is not part of that equation and shouldn't be part of that equation. The defensive unit is a different ball game. We're the best defensive team in football right now. And yes, that's what I'm saying. I understand why the giants of football want to sit at the table and say, yo, what's going on with Cali? Hey, are you guys ready to sell us Saliba? Hey, can we get Gabriel Martinelli? No. No. You know what I'm saying? That those are the situations. If I don't remember what team, the team slips me right now. Okay, yes, yes. Bayern Munich. So it was said that Real Madrid was going to bid for Olise at Bayern Munich. And the Bayern Munich chief said, hey, keep your money. Doesn't matter how much you want to bid. Don't waste your time. We are not a selling club. We're keeping our players. That's the kind of stuff I want to hear coming out of Arsenal camp. We are not a selling player. We keeping our player. We're not a selling club. We're keeping our player. That's what I want to hear come out of Arsenal mouth. We're trying to compete. My dream for this club is to win all four competition in one season. We can only do that with a big squad. And I know every Arsenal fan should have that dream that I have. Mikel Arteta is an ambitious manager. Very, very ambitious manager. And I know that he should have that same very dream that I have. Any ambitious person gonna want to be the best in what they do. Pep Guardiola has came to the league and he has destroyed a lot of records, but he has never ever won the 4 trophies one time. He has never ever gone unbeaten in the league. These are milestones that these coaches should be looking to compete for. If I was a coach, I would. So I would want the best squad possible that I can rotate to make that competition possible. I would. Let me touch on Arsenal youngsters. I'm coming to you guys in the chat, okay? Remember now, I'm coming to you guys in the chat. Give me about 2 3 more minutes. I realize Arsenal building a team of youngsters. And this remind me when Arsene Wenger was the manager for Arsenal Football Club. Some of y'all who's been supporting Arsenal this long can understand what I'm saying. If you're not, I'll share with you. In the group stage of any competition that we were at, the youngsters would normally have a field day. That's how good Arsenal Academy youngsters was. If you didn't know the breakout star in the academy teams, whether it be under 19, under 23, or whatever it is, if you didn't know the breakout stars in those situations, you need to watch stuff like the Champions League group stage or whatever the FA Cup group stage, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. Those were platform for the youngsters to showcase their skills. That was where Gnabry came from. You know what I mean? And a lot of these players. You understand what I'm saying? And it was a breath of fresh air when you watch these youngsters performing, you know what I mean, on a big stage. I know that they're from the academy. We're talking about 19-year-old. That was Arsene Wenger. And I'm seeing the trend coming back where Mikel Arteta is building a young academy. And when I look at the profile of signing, this young team seem like they could act as a third choice 11 for Arsenal Football Club. Munga, the little dude from PSG, the defender from PSG, Dolman, the twins. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, say we still have Ethan Waneri. Remember that Lewis Kelly is still only 19. These youngsters could act as a third 11. You know what I mean? That we could pull 4 5 6 players from at any given time and integrate to make up a first 11 to go play a competition. And I must say, I'm intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued. But yeah. Community, big up on the damn self. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Big up on yourself, man. Toxic in the building. Man of culture is here. Uh, who else is here? Jenny is here. I don't know if Jenny is still here. And all of them still there. You know? We say we're just gonna start from the last probably situation. Man of culture said we're a family. We're not a charity, said Toxic. Toxic said we're not a charity club, people. We're not a charity. We're not here to develop players and push them off to the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona and Manchester City and them because of money. We're not a charity club. You know what I mean? We're not desperate. We make the most money in football this season, I think. You know what I'm saying? We can stand up beside the oil companies right now and buy whatever player we want if we want to. Yeah, we can. That's how much success Arsenal have done this season. It's been a fantastic journey now. I mean, like we only end up with one trophy, but look at the journey. Look at the journey. Look at the unity. Look at the unity. Look how far this club has come, and look where we are now. It's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. We a family said man of culture. Um, Riley likes to build up his speech, then reads the chat. Toxic, you know me well. Yeah, man, you know me well, man. That's how we do it. We just build up and then we, you know what I mean? When I talk on all these topics, then we can talk about them together. You know, that it just makes sense. Toxic said we should have got Semenyo. He thought he was going to win the PL. No, Pep is gone too. Yeah, I think Semenyo should have waited. I think Semenyo dropped the gun, man. As an Arsenal fan, you know what I mean? You're gonna get the chance to play for your boyhood club, you know what I mean, for the club that you grew up supporting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was ideal for you to wait. You know what I mean? You would have been the perfect winger for us right now. Yeah, so I'm saying perfect winger for us right now. You know what I mean? Because I think as a fan of the club, it means more to you. And I think as a fan of the club, you fight for the badge more. You get me? So yeah, I think it would have been fantastic to get Semenyo um, this season, this transfer window, and that would have solved our left wing situation, you know, and all of that. But hey, everything happened how they happened for a reason. So we move on from there. He's now a Manchester City player. That's who he chose. That's where he is. He thought he still won a couple trophies, not the Premier League though. Well, he still won a couple trophies. Yeah. I can't believe oil company is an actual term. Unfortunately, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. I give my I give the Arsenal bosses, the Arsenal hierarchies, um, a lot of credit. Um, I appreciate them a lot more than I did. I give them a lot more respect and all of that. You know what I mean? Because they're no oil company now. But here they are, standing up amongst the elite, amongst the giants, shoulder to shoulder, and not being left behind. You know what I'm saying? Here we are, winning the Premier League, and our appetite is now open, and we want more. You know what I mean? It's like we sit at a restaurant and we order chicken and we got a piece of steak and we're saying to ourselves, damn, that's what that is? The next time we go to the restaurant, we want to order steak. You know what I'm saying? We want to order steak. That's where we are now. Toxic said, Riley, we need to keep Martinelli, though. Trust he can cook. One is going to leave. Which one, I don't know. One is going to leave. Martinelli had a poor season. The thing about Martinelli is this. I'm on the fence with Martinelli. I love to keep Martinelli. But for us to keep Martinelli is his performance have to improve. I'm a fan of Martinelli. You know what I mean? I like Martinelli. I remember when Martinelli and Saka was the only two light in this Arsenal team. It's like I just turned on Arsenal just to watch Martinelli and Saka because everybody else was just whatever. You know what I mean? And then we started building a team. And Saka started moving away left Martinelli. Martinelli is like he stood still standing still. You know what I'm saying? And sometime in order to improve, sometime in order to grow, you gotta leave. You gotta go out there and get new ideas. You gotta be in a new surrounding. You gotta be in a new environment. You know what I'm saying? These are the situation with these some players. You get me? Yeah. You gotta go out and explore. You understand me? And probably Martinelli is one of them players that needs to go out there and explore. Yeah, so he's been at Arsenal since he was a very young lad, and he's grown a lot with us. But to me, he hasn't really kicked on to that next level. And whether it be at Arsenal or somewhere else, I like Martinelli enough to see him kicking on at that level, wherever it may be. He has been fantastic for us, the best he could. So I just wish the boy all the best. You know what I mean? And if it's at Arsenal, then I wish he improve and become one of the best in the position that he's at. If he goes somewhere else, I still wish him to be one of the best in the position that is at. So that's just my take on Martinelli. It's like when you like somebody, you just wish them the best, and wherever they go in their life, you just wish them the best. That's my team and on Martinelli. And I mean, I just wish him the best, really and truly, in his endeavor. You know? Yeah. Toxic said, I think unfortunately Trossard will leave for another club, another world class player. It probably Trossard, I think after this season, have 1 year left on his contract. So we're gonna need to either offer him a year extension or just sell him. And I think, as I said, one gotta go. One is gonna go. Trust me, one is gonna go. If Martinelli has a next level, he will be better than Vini, and I don't want Vini. Well, if Martinelli have a next level and can be better than Vini, then let's do it. You know what I mean? We need to see that next level. You know what I mean? I like Vini, to be honest with you. I do like Vini. Um, I wouldn't say I don't want Vini. You know what I mean? The person that I wouldn't really want is Mbappe. I mean, like, he's a fantastic player, you know what I mean? But I think he comes with a whole world of problems. You know what I mean? A whole world of problems. I don't think Vinny give as much trouble as Mbappe. And you got to take a chance sometime on some players. You know what I mean? Look at Turkey. My understanding is that Turkey was a problem. You know what I mean? Look at him now at Manchester City. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes all you need is a different atmosphere, as I mentioned, just to realize what you got. You know what I mean? You can be a big fish, and when you come in a small pond, and you come in a pond, because Arsenal is not a small pond. You can be a big fish, and when you come amongst giants like yourself, you know what I mean, and you realize that nobody's behaving like they're special than anybody, and everyone is just behaving like a family, and the atmosphere is not toxic, and it's just not you toxic. I mean, like toxic. All right, yeah. The atmosphere is not toxic, and it's just, you know what I mean. It's just fun. It's just loving. You know what I mean. That can cause changes. You know what I mean. That can cause people to change and act different. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, who knows? Who knows? A change of environment, as I keep on mentioning, might be the thing that some players need. Vinny might be one of them. Vinny might be one of them. You know what I mean? Arsenal is a family environment, and some persons just need some love. You know what I mean? Some persons just need some love. So Vinny might just be one of them that just needs some hug. You know what I mean? And he'd probably stop crying all the time. And you probably even see a next level. Because I think Vinny can go to a next level. And I mean, I think Vinny can probably reach close to Ronaldinho level. He has fun on the football pitch. You know what I'm saying? I do think so. I do think so. Vinny is a fantastic player, honestly. I don't see Real Madrid selling him still, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, yeah. Get me Rafa. Hey, Raphael, Leo. To be honest with the man of culture, I think the Leo ship has sailed for Arsenal. I honestly do think the Leo ship has sailed for Arsenal. I think the inconsistency that he brings is what we're running from right now. Because let's use Trossard for example. Would I actually sell a Trossard to buy a Leo? I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking out loud. Because Trossard is very skillful. Trossard is a maverick. Trossard is the kind of maverick kind of player that we're looking for. I'm not really sure if a Leo is better than a Trossard. If you understand what I'm saying. He's probably a couple of years younger. Just about 2 or 3 years younger. That's it. I don't think Leo is more consistent than Trossard. I definitely don't think he's more devastating than Trossard. Look. Trossard is when Trossard, you know what I mean. But the thing about it is this: it's the same problem that we're having that we're gonna have with Leo. Too much hot and cold. Too much hot and cold. We're not looking for a player to give us half a season. We're looking for a player to give us a full season. You see, Leo is a fantastic player, very trickery. But the thing about it is this: when it's trickery work, it works. But when it don't, it look bad. And it doesn't work all the time. You know what I mean? He's saying that he's getting predictable in the Italian league. You know, he said that. I guess he probably need a change. That's what I'm being mentioning, change. But Arsenal Football Club is at a stage right now where we don't need to buy players to Leo is a whole enough player. We don't need to buy. I don't want to call him mediocre. I don't want to call him mediocre. But the point I'm making is this: we need better than Leo right now. Honestly, we do need better than Leo right now. Toxic said Portuguese players are great because they have CR7 to look up to. I don't think that alone makes you great. You know what I mean? I don't think that alone makes you great. MT is a big team. Toxic said, don't want Vini. I'd rather have Mbappe. Vini wants to be the star and he's not going to come and be the star. I don't think nobody else want to be the star more than Mbappe. Mbappe is problems, bro. Nobody wants to be more star than Mbappe. Trust me. He wants to outshine everybody. Our defense and midfield are star. They will always be star. I don't think no Brazilian gonna come and outshine Gabby, bro. Gabby is the man. Okay? So when they come, big Gabby there, they have to keep themselves quiet. You get what I'm saying? Big brother is there. No Brazilian gonna come and outshine Gabby, bro. No. Martinelli for 70 mil is a deal. Anything less, we keep him. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Look at some of these players that are going for 60. What's the guy name from Manchester City that Tottenham is trying to buy? 60 mil? For what? For scoring 1 goal in 2 years? Yes, I'm saying? 1 goal in 2 years. 60 mil. Of course, you can get 70 for Martinelli. And if they're not having that kind of conversation, then we don't entertain. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Man of culture said Martinelli for 70 is a robbery. You think he should go for more? Probably should go for more, right? Martinelli 120 mil. Jesus. Martinelli is a generational player. I think Martinelli is a fantastic player. I don't know about generational, you know what I mean? Because as I said, he has not lived up to the potential that he has. You know what I mean? He has been stagnant for a while now. And as I said, sometimes they need a kickstart. Sometimes you just need a change of atmosphere and a change of environment to press and move forward. That's probably what Martinelli needs. People, remember to hit that like button. Please hit that like button. You know what I mean? Help the channel grow. You know what I mean? By liking the videos when you watch them. Or when you're on the live right now. Just help the channel grow by liking the video. YouTube said it does help. It does help to push the algorithm and recommend the channel. You know what I mean? I don't know. Did you guys get a notification or did you guys just browse and saw? Because I think a lot of the members are not getting a notification. You know what I mean? When the members are here, the channel is normally lit. You know what I mean? Evo, it's good now. You know what I mean? We're having a conversation like we always do. This is me. You know what I mean? I like to communicate with my chat. But yeah. So guys, remember, hit that like button, like the channel. You know what I mean? Like the channel. Thank you, man. Uh, love Martinelli as an Arsenal fan. Well, every Arsenal fan do love Martinelli. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are just frustrated and think it's just time to move on because of the stagnant growth. You know what I mean? I think that's the only problem Arsenal fans really have, the stagnant growth. You know what I mean? If this season is the season that you're gonna come out of his shell again, you know what I mean, and remind us who he is, you know what I mean? Because I don't think Martinelli wants to leave. I honestly don't think Martinelli wants to leave. He always mentioned how grateful he is to Arsenal because we gave him a chance when everybody keep on pushing him around. You know what I mean? We gave him a chance, and he for the most part, um, showed us good faith in why we did that. You know, but as I said, he just hasn't grown. He hasn't grown much. So that's the situation. Um, Taxi said he's the shit. His pace and football would be better than Mbappe. That's the thing. He has the ability to be, but he hasn't taken it. You know what I mean? And that's where I have a problem with it. You know what I mean? That's it. Uh, if you hate Arsenal, leave a like. Hey, bro, if you hate Arsenal that much, leave a like as well, for real. Do what Toxic say. Leave a like, man. Leave a like. Trossard is good, but in games like versus PSG, Hakimi was just a better athlete. Maybe it's an age thing, but Trossard work best when we are dominating a game. As I said, maybe it's an age thing. Hakimi is a big guy, you know. Him is a bigger guy to Trossard, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Um, it's just the context of the game why we couldn't do what we want to do or play what we want to play. But I honestly think that California would have been a good fit in that team, in that game. But just because of the defensive stability that we needed, because California and Trossard are going to do combination plays on that wing, and they're going to leave that left back vulnerable. And I think that's the sole reason why we went with Nkapie, just to make sure that we have that extra protection in the left back and stuff like that. Because Hakimi was quiet. This is probably one of the most quiet game I've seen him play because he didn't attack. And a lot of people think that our attack is not good. But if our attack was not good, why the PSG players showed us so much respect? Because Hakimi rolled over us last season. Why didn't he try that this season? You know what I mean? So it just shows you how far we've come. We've grown. Daniel is in the building. Daniel said, "What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too, Daniel. Happy Tuesday. Big up yourself." Taxi said, "I got a notification." Okay. I think it's the time. I don't know. I used to come like I'm a little bit late today because I came from work and I fell asleep, man. I ain't gonna lie. I came from work and I went to shower and I fell asleep. Fell asleep. I'm like, I'm going to go early today so I can talk long, so I can be with the people long. 3 hours later, I woke up. Yeah. Our UK half is asleep. I guess some of them are night owls, you know, some of them are night owls. But yeah, I guess. I ain't seen Red Skull for a while too. Red Skull probably at work. Red Skull is a man that will be just listening, you know. I ain't saying shit. Yeah, that's Red Skull. We don't have many mods as West half maybe. Dude, PSG gave us so much respect and space in the game. I'm telling you, and it's just fair. It's just fair because of who we are and what we have become. You know what I mean? We have become giants in people's eyes, and because we have become giants, they have to look and they have to take note. You know what I mean? They have to show us levels. You know what I mean? And PSG had that fear factor in them. And they had all reason too, because we scored in the 10 minutes. And I keep on telling people, don't matter what y'all think of Arsenal attack, we're gonna score. You know what I mean? We will score. You know what I mean? We're not as flashy, but we will score. And Kyver's proved them that we were score. We do score. Um, Real Bandy said London is blue. Hey, I think Real Bandy is colorblind, man. I think Real Bandy is colorblind. London been red for so long. You know what I mean? Even the red flares and all of that, you still can't see. I ain't gonna lie, Real Bandy. Big up yourself though. Leave a like on the channel, alright? Leave a like and subscribe to the channel too. You know what I mean? We have all seasons to debate this, you know. We have all seasons to debate this. We have a lot of your people over here too. We have a lot of your people over here, so it's not a problem. Don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid. Become a part of the family. It's a football nation. Football is football. You know what I mean? It's football first. Always remember that. Football is the reason why we support a club. You get me? Football is the reason why we support a club. So it has to be football first. So don't worry. Leave a like on the channel. And if you're new, subscribe to the damn thing. All right? Yeah, man. Only hard thing is replacing Trossard. Hard to find punchy player like it. It's very hard to replace Trossard. It's hard to replace Martinelli too. It's like that. Those two players are difficult to replace because Martinelli is a winger. You know what I mean? Trossard is a maverick winger that comes inside. I mean, you have a lot of wingers that comes inside, but that Trossard touch, you know what I mean? That Trossard touch. You know what I'm saying? We need to find a player with that Trossard touch, the ability. You get me? Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need going forward. Um, Katie Tough said, King of London, baby. That's who we are, man. That's who we are. Arsenal for life. Arsenal for life. That's it. Guys, remember to hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the thing. All right? Subscribe to the thing. I was surprised. I was surprised until the very end because I didn't expect to lose the way we did. It was a hurtful game, you know what I mean? But it was a game that I was proud of the boys. You know what I mean? I was very, very proud of the boys. So the loss didn't even stay with me long. Especially because of the fact that we had a Premier League to celebrate the following day. Being that we have a Premier League to celebrate the following day, I didn't care about nothing much, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was whatever for me. I mean, like we wanted to win it, we didn't. The boys play well, you know what I mean? And I think one of the cushion about this thing as well, and a lot of people can understand. I think a lot of people who love this team and understand this team will understand what I'm saying. One of the cushion about Arsenal losing to PSG was who missed the penalty. I mean, like we know that in our head we're saying that he shouldn't have been the one that taking that fifth penalty. Yeah, we should have. He shouldn't have been the one that. But because it was him that take it and miss it, that's the reason why we weren't heartbroken enough. If it was another player besides Big Gabby or Saka or um, Declan Rice took that penalty and miss it, would have been heartbroken. But Big Gabby has given so much to this Arsenal team. So much. He has put everything on the line for this Arsenal team. And it's just lovely to see that when he needs us the most, we give him a cushion to lean on in one of his worst moments. His shirt sales went up by 300%, and that's mad support. That's mad support. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Uh, even though we lost, you know what I mean? We're still grateful that we reached the final. And we're looking forward to being there again next season and winning it this time. So we move on. We move on. Yeah, we move on. Toxic said I played club football and to be undefeated until the final of the European Champions League team is proud to be a part of. Trust me, man. And then it's not like you went to the final and you got defeated by just some random team. You got defeated by the champions, the defending champions. You were defeated by the best attack in world football that could not score a goal on you in open play. Bro, that's you can leave with your chin, your head held high, no matter what was the result. The best attack in football could not score on you when everybody write you off that you're gonna be battered. You were written off, but you stand tall. It was a penalty. Couldn't score from open play. That was fantastic. That was a fantastic game. Whether they want to say it was boring or not, we played our game the way we wanted to play. And because of that, we stopped PSG from playing their football. No, who's the better team? We dictate what we do. We dictate the pace of everything. Wherever we touch wherever we touch, we leave Arsenal on it. Wherever we touch, all you see is Arsenal, Arsenal. We leave Arsenal on everything that we touch. That's just what we do. It is what we do. Uh, yep. Toxic said in penalties, which can go anyway. That's the thing. And I mean, penalty is a gamble. It's like you throw up a toss, a coin in the air, and it said head or tails. You know what I mean? That's the situation with penalty. You know what I mean? It's just whosoever call the right call. It could have been anybody's game. And even the PSG team knew that. Yeah, they're the one that won it. And if we were the one that won it, would have been fantastic and jumping for joy and all of that. But it was just a any mini miny more situation when it comes to the penalties. And they were the one that was successful. So at the end of the day, they're the best team in Europe. And the stat shows you they have the trophy to prove it. But I know Mikel Arteta. And I know he wants that trophy. I know he wants that trophy. There are a couple of trophies that I'm looking at that I don't think they're going to take lightly next season. The Carabao Cup trophy that they watch Manchester City lift, and the Champions League trophy that they watch PSG lift. I think next season it's going to be a different season. As I mentioned before, we should be buying. Well, the person that does transfer the best, like the Einstein and them, they said that Arsenal are going to be busy in the transfer market. It's also said that they're not only going to be busy in transfer market because they're not going to buy a bulk of players, as I mentioned before, but they're going to buy elite, two or three elite players. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. Yes. PSG was lucky. If they don't get the penalty, they don't score a goal. Simple. I think they knew that as well. I think they knew that as well. Cowgirl said Arteta tried to win by parking the bus. I don't see where we parked the bus. We scored first. You know what I mean? We defended well, but we were still attacking. I mean, like, we defended well. We had to. It was defense against attack. That's what it was. It was defense against attack. So they need to show us that their attack is better than our defense. We need to show them that our defense is better than their attack. And we did that. We did our job. We did. And I mean, we did. Everybody knew it was going to be attack against defense. So, Toxic said, I'm proud of my team, Arsenal. Very, very proud, man. That means we're second in Europe, and I hate to admit it. that number again, I mean, that second situation is, I mean, taunting. Taunting, I must say. But guess what? We're second again. It is what it is. Second again, this time in Europe. First, this time in England. So we're improving. We're improving. As long as we're doing a percentage improve every day, that's where we need to be. We need to start. That's a start. As long as we're improving every day, that's a start. So we're not worried about outside talks. We are seeing the improvement as Arsenal fans, and that's what we want. So we're good. We are it. We are it. Yeah, we are it. Who else can brag about top five team in Europe? And we've been that for the past what? You know what I mean? We've been that for how long? We've been there. We've been the top five for a long time. So about the last 4 years, I think. You know what I mean? The next year we're gonna be number one. We're gonna be number one. It should have been Bayern versus Arsenal in the final. Bayern got robbed during second leg. Bayern versus Arsenal in the final. Arsenal would have been champions right now. I'm sure of it. After the first goal, it was mostly defense. But as I said, the game was all about defense and attack. And I mean, we scored first. That shows that we can score. Now, all we needed to show them that they couldn't score. They did score, but it wasn't from open play. And I mean, it was a hero from a tired Mosquera. You know what I mean? Which I still don't give crap because he locked down Kapashkela. He locked him down. He ended up getting better of him in the long run, but you know what I mean, still my hats off to that kid, man. Uh Panini sticker. Uh yeah, I read that earlier on. You said your Panini sticker with Timber. People, we didn't even mention Timber, man. We didn't even mention Timber. Before we go, let's mention Timber for a while, for a little bit. After fighting so hard with his groin injury on the back end of the season, fighting so hard with his groin on the back end of the season, and making the Champions League final with the view that you want to show your fitness so you can make it to the World Cup. Initially, being called up in the World Cup squad. Only 2 days, 3 days before the World Cup, you were booted out, deemed not fit enough. Gotta be devastating, man. Gotta be devastating. As an Arsenal fan, I should be happy because you should be saying, you know what, Arsenal first. And Timber needed the rest. Well, he don't needed the rest, but he needed to regain his fitness and stuff like that. That should be my initial reaction, but it's not. I'm not just an Arsenal fan. I'm also a football fan. And as a football fan, you would want to see a Timber at the World Cup, playing in the World Cup. For football fans, these are dreams, you know. These are dreams. Winning the league, playing in the World Cup, not even winning the World Cup, no, playing in the World Cup. Winning the World Cup is a further dream. Because out of all the teams, only one can do it. So that's a further dream, winning the World Cup. Just playing in the World Cup is a dream. And for Timber to see his dream get taken away from him just like that, 3 days before the tournament start, got to be devastated. Got to be devastated. You know? And it saddens me as a football fan. It also saddens me as an Arsenal fan because Timber would have been one of the bright stars. I needed for our stars, our brightest stars, to shine on the biggest stages. And I know Timber would have shown. But it is what it is. He'll come back stronger. He'll be stronger. And he'll definitely be in the next one. You know what I mean? So, Timber, be strong, my brother. Holy faith. Holy faith. You know what I mean? Holy faith. You might still get a call if something happened to somebody in your position. Not that I'm wishing for that, but I'm just saying. But holy faith, chin up. You know what I mean? And you still have a team to support, whether it be on the sideline or wherever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, um, Man of Culture said he will be back in 2030. He'll definitely be back, man. Definitely. More experience and stronger than before. Riley, we need to save now for 2030 World Cup. Toxic, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you, Toxic. I think I want to be there. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm with you. Trust me. Riley's World gonna be there in live and living colors. The channel gonna be big by then. And we gonna be doing, you know what I mean? Probably some of you guys gonna be working with me. Because when this channel reach where it's supposed to reach, I'm taking some of y'all that's been your foundation, you know what I mean, to be with me. Channel gonna be big, man. Just remember, guys. Remember I said it, all right? Taxi said we need to do it. We're gonna do it. You're right. We need to. We need to. Uh, Jenny got a joke. Astronauts are in space still trying to find Gabby penalty. Don't worry about Gabby, man. Gabby's fine. Gabby's fine. Gabby's alright. Don't worry about Gabby. Yeah, but we need to do it, man. We're gonna do it for real. I think we should be there. I think we should be there. I think the whole gang should be there. Definitely. Where is it gonna be though? Haven't they decided already? I need to figure out where the next World Cup will be. People, remember to hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Like the stream, like the stream. I might come back again later on. I haven't done a night stream in a while. I need to get back at my streamings. Definitely to get back at my streamings. In Europe or Australia. I hope it's in Australia. I always wanted to go to Australia. Serious, no joke. I always wanted to go to Australia. Always do. All right, people. I'm gonna leave y'all for right now, and we will be back again later on. Definitely be back again tomorrow. Streams are coming back every day now. You know what I mean? World Cup is just around the corner, and we will be doing our World Cup watch along. So the streams will be here every day going forward. Y'all gonna be getting these shorts regular as well. So make sure y'all look out for them. These shorts are gonna be coming regular. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots a day now. You know what I mean? As soon as I get the updates, I'm making a shots on them. So yeah. Um don't worry, Jenny. We're singing that song next season. You know what I mean? We're singing that song next season. Make sure you stick around with us to witness it. We need crowd for all of that. We need crowd. All right? We're gonna need crowd to witness all of that. All right? Anyway, I gotta leave you guys until later on. This has been Riley's World. It has been fantastic chilling with you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the love. We will see you when we see you. DGS Skills, you coming back when we're going out. But we'll be back again later on. Make sure your notification is on, people. Hit that notification so you can know when the channel is alive. All right? Until then.